Johnny Verell with Extreme Ag. I'm here today with Rody with Superior Equipment. We've been talking about the dryer that I put in a few years ago, and some things that I went through when we were trying to decide when I was working with Rody on what I needed for a dryer. I was asking him, maybe it's a good thing we could go over some things that people ought to look at about what they're going to do different or what they want to do different when they put a dryer in as far as future expansions and stuff like that. And I figured Rody could go over a few things that people ought to look at.
Yeah, so the biggest thing, like we talked initially, is having enough capacity and also making sure that your fill and takeaway equipment is sized properly. And you did the right thing by going with larger motors on this so that you could expand in the future. A lot of guys will limit themselves on, they think, well, I've got a 2,000 bushel fill capacity, I can run 2,000 bushels an hour. But that's not necessarily the case because you have to kind of overrun the dryer, otherwise you'll never catch up. So making sure you have the proper sized equipment, and then looking at your future capacity, how big do you think you're going to go in the future, and make sure you size your fans accordingly, because then it's as simple as picking the roof off, adding the tiers, putting the roof back on, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So like with us, we had built ours a third bigger than what we needed for the capacity combines we were running. And within a year after putting this system in, we added a third combine. So we kind of maxed out the dryer. But I'd worked with Rody, and like you said, we already added the bigger fans. So I knew if I ever needed to stack another section on, that's all I would have to do. So we worked together on that and kind of got that figured out. And I've got a loading elevator leg up there that's tall enough so if I do stack, I can just keep going. So biggest thing is that you just want to always make sure you're not limiting yourself for future expansion.